Oh, hi there. Sorry I didn't see you. Do you want one? Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? This is a really great keyboard and you should definitely think about getting one. You may ask yourself why? It's because you need a mechanical keyboard in your life at least once. There are different types of keyboards. There are membrane keyboards and mechanical keyboards and other types, but those two are the main ones you're gonna find on the market. So how do you know which one is the right one for you? The main difference between these two types of keyboards is the way they register your typing. A membrane keyboard has a pressure pad underneath each key, and when you press it you have almost no tactile feedback and you don't know if you press the key. On the other hand, a mechanical keyboard has a switch underneath each key and it gives you a better tactile feedback, and besides that you have more choice on how your keyboard will feel. So for example, this keyboard right here has Gateron red switches, which is a linear switch, but there are different types of switches which we are going to talk about in just a minute. But the main difference between membrane and mechanical keyboards used to be the price, but not anymore. Right now you can find a mechanical keyboard on Amazon for about £30. So today we're gonna talk about two keyboards, the Keychron K1 and Keychron K6, which is the one right here. The Keychron K6 starts at a price of $69, which is roughly £50, and it can go up to $99, which is around £70. And this one right here is the fully spec'd out one. It has an aluminium frame, it has hot swappable switches, and it's RGB. The Keychron K1 starts at a price of $74, which is about £53, and if you add $10 extra you can get the RGB version. This is the K1, which is a low profile mechanical keyboard, as you can see, and it comes in an 87 key layout, which means it's almost a full-size keyboard but is missing just the number pad, and it's a more standard layout for everybody. You would get this if you need a bit more space on your desk or if you're not using the keypad. This one, on the other hand, it's a 65% layout, which means it's smaller than a normal size keyboard. For example, it doesn't have the function key row, but you can access it with shortcuts, and a lot of keys that are on a normal keyboard, you access them by shortcuts. So let's talk a bit more about the K1. It has an 87% lower profile keys than conventional keyboards. This one right here comes with blue switches, but you can get it with Gateron red and Gateron brown switches as well, and it has an ultra thin body of 18mm, which is quite great and lightweight for carrying around if you are looking for something like that. But if this is too big for you, you can go for something like this. The K6 comes as well with 3 different types of switches, Gateron blues, reds and browns. You also have the option to get hot swappable switches, which means you can replace the switches if you want. For example, you buy the Gateron blue switches and you don't like them. Instead of buying a new keyboard, you just buy the switches and replace them, which is quite easy to do. Both of these keyboards are wireless keyboards and they can be used in wired mode as well. And another really great feature for these keyboards is that they are compatible with Mac. Not a lot of mechanical keyboards offer this feature. So if you look right here on the side, they have a switch and you can select between Mac and Windows, and that will basically allocate the proper keys for your control, command, Windows key and everything. It knows which system you are using, and it makes it way easier to use the keyboard on both systems. You may wonder what this guy is talking about. Red, brown, blue switches, what is all that? Basically, those are different types of switches that you can get in a keyboard, and they all have different characteristics. Reds are linear, as I said, so when you press it you don't feel anything, it just goes down and comes up. There are tactile switches, which are browns, and when you press it you have a little bump and you feel it, and when you feel that, it means the key actually pressed. And there are clicky switches, which usually are blue switches, and those have an audible click when you press it as well. So we're gonna have a sound test at the end and you'll see how all of them sound. But besides those three main switch colors, there are a few more which you can read about, and you'll find a whole new world for switches. But if you're thinking to get a keyboard and you don't know which type of switch to get, I would recommend you getting something like this. This is a switch tester, and most of them come with the brown, reds and blues, but you can get them with other different types of switches. Besides being able to select your own switches, you have the option to customize and mod your keyboard. For example, this K6 does not come with these white keys. These ones I purchased myself and replaced. And also you can change the way the switches feel. For example, in this one, as I said, I have it with Gateron red switches, and you can loop the switches. Yes, loop the switches. I know it sounds weird, but you can take all the switches out, open it, and there's a specific lube that you can use and apply on the stem of the switch, which makes it more smooth and it gives you a pleasant sound. Now you may wonder, why should I change my keyboard? My keyboard works just fine. That's exactly what I said before I got my first keyboard about 5 years ago. And after that, you can basically say it ruined all the other keyboards for me. If you want your fingers to thank you, you should definitely get a mechanical keyboard, or at least try one. But besides the great feeling of typing on a mechanical keyboard, you may also experience faster typing and also a happier life overall, because you now own a mechanical keyboard. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and enjoy the quick sound test. Bye.